Thanks for inviting us in on this Thursday night. There is new concern in Ukraine right now because Russian forces have been shelling Europe's biggest nuclear power plant. A spokesperson at this plant tonight is demanding Russia stop the heavy weapons fire, saying there is a real threat of nuclear danger tonight. This plant accounts for about 25% of Ukraine's power generation, and now one of the 6 reactors is reportedly on fire. Firefighters apparently can't get near the fire because of gunshots. Tonight, President Biden has talked with Ukrainian President Zelensky. They are both urging Russia to cease military activities in that area and allow the firefighters and emergency responders access to that site. Right now, more than 1 million refugees have fled the country. Now, we're seeing lots of support for Ukraine right here in Indiana tonight. Hoosiers are seeing Ukrainians forced to leave their homes, those who've lost their lives, and Ukrainians still defending their country.
For the past week, the eyes of the world have been on Ukraine, watching a war unfold there, watching close to 1 million Ukrainians flee their country, people who these folks in Mooresville at this vigil are thinking about and praying for peace.
Everybody deserves to be safe. Everybody deserves to raise their family and feel that they can be comfortable in their homes and not be in fear.
That's all Michelle Wicks wants for her 3-year-old twins. Little boys too young to understand what's happening right now in Ukraine and how children there just last week were running around and playing like they were Thursday night in downtown Mooresville.
Yeah, I can't imagine having to go through that and having to separate families and wonder, if tomorrow your home is going to be there or your town or your country.
That's why Wicks brought her children to this candlelight vigil for Ukraine, where a small group held Ukrainian flags and prayed.
Each night that I tuck my kids into bed, I think of these mothers that are holding up in the shelters in the basements of hospitals or in subways.
Jessica Newman-Hoyt organized the vigil.
But it starts in small towns.
She wore a T-shirt quoting the Ukrainian president.
It says, "If we are silent today, we will be gone tomorrow." I just want everyone here, just please pray.
These folks say they can't be silent about the images they're seeing from a country torn apart by war.
Women and children being shot at as they're trying to flee is heartbreaking.
The teachers that are continuing to teach in the bomb shelters, the Russian soldier that was the Ukrainians were like, call home, the humanity of all of it.
The pastor of Mooresville's First Christian Church hopes what's happening in Ukraine will be a wake-up call to the world.
That we need to figure out how to live together or we're going to kill one another.
Right now, the United States and other NATO countries are using sanctions as a way to punish Putin and cripple Russia's economy. But some worry if Putin were to take control of Ukraine, it won't stop there.
From everything we've seen, probably on to the next country.
Hearts filled with sadness, anger, and even fear as we watch what is happening in the Ukraine.
That's why even though this group is small, their prayers are big.
When we destroy one another, you weep for us.
Asking that somehow this war will end.
May we be guided by you to find ways to make a difference for the people of Ukraine and their humanitarian needs.